How are my terrible Tanis tyrants this Sunday? See, I'm thinking of names, and if I got fans, what are the names of my fans? I support emperors and dictators and people having like extreme control when they are my fan, right? So tyrants, we have tyrants, terrible Tanis tyrants. And can I be a terrible Tanis tyrant too? I'm a fan of myself. All right, welcome to the check-in for a week summary of my health and wellness, social, mental, and physical. I also cover Optical, but the theme of the check-in is social, mental, and physical. And there might be bonus. So this week for this check-in, the week is Monday 17 to Sunday 23, today, July 2023. Sunday 23, July 2023, which is today. It was a more social week that was mentally positive and productive, and I made my workouts 6 days. So that's the introduction and summary. Up first is social. So fed the critters all of their meals this week. On Wednesday, when I did half day to full day adventure in Lake Stevens and Marysville, I did have to push the critter lunch back and dinner back. However, they got all of their meals that day. And I live with my parents, so those baseline interactions are still here as well. Up next, other outings with social interactions include Richmond Beach Saltwater Park, a public park, on Monday, 17 July. Richmond Beach Library, a public library, on Tuesday, 18 July. Lake Stevens Donuts, a donut shop, on Wednesday, 19 July. North Cove Park, a public park, on Wednesday, 19 July. Lake Stevens High School, a high school, on Wednesday, 19 July. Oosterwyk's Dutch Bakery on Wednesday, 19 July. Ebey Waterfront Park /trail, public park /trail, on Wednesday, 19 July. Terraza Food Truck, a food truck, on Wednesday, 19 July. Marysville Pilchuck High School, a public high school, on Wednesday, 19 July. Monroe High School, a public high school, on Wednesday, 19 July. Shorewood High School, a public high school, on Thursday, 20 July. Spud Fish and Chips, a fish and chips restaurant, on Friday, 21 July. Quality Food Centers QFC grocery store, on Friday, 21 July. 76 gas station today, Sunday, 23 July. Shoreline Library, a public library, today, Sunday, 23 July. And Quality Food Centers QFC, a grocery store, on today, Sunday, 23 July. So there was a lot of social interaction. I've been busy. It's been a busy week. Yeah, social and kind of, across the board. So that was social. Up next, mental was positive and productive. Writing and photography on Yelp. I reached 51 written and published reviews for the month of July 2023, which is a new number 5 overall for me for any one calendar month. Previous number 5 was 45 reviews from April 2020. My guess as a cap for this month was 60, that I wouldn't reach 60 written and published reviews. I still don't think so. I'm not intending to push past that. So I have a few more adventures. Well, I'd say like one. I've cut back on my adventures this month to like 1 a week. Next month I might go up to 2 a week. But no, it's a quiet, relatively quiet end to a month, at least compared to like last month, June 2023, where I did like 3 days each week. The last 3 weeks I did like a sweet and or savory eats, at least one, relatively a lot of food kind of thing. So I'm trying to break even as opposed to gain or lose weight currently, because if I can figure that out now, it might work for the first few weeks of next month kind of thing. So yes, my writing and photography actually play into my physical health and well-being. Up next, writing for Lucky Wallaby Courier, LWC, writing on my computer, including results from multiple sports. If I include my own, filling in my running and soccer and water polo history, there's land sports and water sports. This is not just results from swimming competitions, right? This results from multiple sports, be it current competitions or past competitions. And that was my Wednesday adventure. I filled in some of my actual competition, including actual meets that happened, and I ran and competed. Is there anything interesting like that's happened? No. Why? I'm not there. if people want it to be interesting, I refuse to accept that good things happen without me there. I'm being a douchebag. Yeah, especially if my soulmates are competing or something like that. If I'm not there, it's not eventful. So if people want it to be big news, bring me there, right? Okay, also, I defined more people we would be interested in hiring. Yes, I did. Are there any of the positions I want to provide clarity on? So with Natalie Hines, it was previously world records and kind of the history of those, and it expanded this week in scope to the history of all sports, if she wants that. And then the other one that might need some clarity is John Cannell, human migration via waterways. So that would include any body of water that has served as a waterway for human migration. So for example, I am descended from Edward Fuller, who came to North America via a ship called the Mayflower in 1620, so over 400 years ago. And so that would actually fall into his purview. If he wants the job for Lucky Wallaby Courier, wants the project, that kind of stuff, we'll say it wants the project. So he would actually be covering that voyage, the Mayflower, that actually includes my family, so I'm interested in, right? But I'm not in charge of that project. Okay, he is if he wants it, kind of thing. I have my own projects, which I might talk about this week. We'll see. Spread out my videos and or video. Okay, running and eating exploring videos on YouTube. Yeah, so that's kind of like feeling out writing on Lucky Wallaby Courier about eating in restaurants and food, but also like how do we showcase or focus on one person in their sporting background. So using myself is something to fixate on, but that also carries over onto YouTube, right? And it's, yeah, YouTube be where we do our videos kind of thing, or post our videos. I do the videos with my filming device. Anyway. Okay, YouTube. Theme day videos continued videos filling in my running experience, including relevant competition experience in other sports. Daydreamed about the film adaptations of my biographies through YouTube Studios. Okay. And tracking view count decrease before restoration. No longer consecutive days, it takes days off. So the view counts, public view counts sometimes decrease, and then they go back up after the view counts have been restored. I post at least one video each day, and it does not affect at least one video each day. So that is, it takes days off. Would that be a lazy athlete? Potentially in the eyes of someone like me, who can go, 30 days without taking a day off. Or 27 days without taking a day off. Going back to daydreamed about the film adaptations of my biographies through YouTube Studios. So that's stuff like YouTube does make films, and it tends to cast YouTubers in videos, and I have already kind of named, 10 people, I think, for my first 8 biographies. Biography I might add, if and only if I finish the first 8, after that would be Ruta Melyutai, Natalia Antyak, and Shayna Jack, and if I really wanted to add somebody in the same vein, it'd be Sun Yang of China. And maybe I'd get a YouTuber. I'd cast a YouTuber as Sun Yang. All right, maybe Mike Chen, the food guy. But yeah, so I thought about stuff like that, is who would I cast from YouTube in these videos? And for example, like Good Mythical Morning there's Link and there's Rhett, and Rhett would be somebody who is of interest for the coach of Yulia Efimova. Is like that kind of thing. So I've started, in watching my YouTube videos, I'm going, would I put them in a movie? In what movie would I put them in? Which of my biographies might they fit in that story? And I've named like who I would want as like a director and or producer for the biographies, as well as the lead character, so I can start to think through. And those were like Hollywood people, so getting a mix of Hollywood and YouTubers in the cast and behind the scenes. And then premieres. I started thinking about premieres, and then because it's a YouTube studio, we're allowed to do things that Hollywood can't. So like, do I introduce each movie? Do I and say like, this is based on a novel I wrote? And do I bring the real person? Do we have a scene at the beginning of each movie where it's me, the biographer, and then the biography, the real person? So like, because I hate that about Hollywood movies, right? That I don't get to see who the actual person was at the beginning of the movie. So being like my hatred of Hollywood, and let's make YouTube better because that's actually possible. And I'm alive and I want my biographies alive. So if my biographies are watching this and we're going to do this, we got to figure out where you want it to premiere. Do you want it to premiere in your country? Are we going to rent out a theater? What are we going to do? And do you want to be on film? Do you want do you want me to be on film? Do we like get to introduce this movie about you? So think about that. Okay, how are we doing on time? Okay, reading. So I'm working on new editions for my summer 2023 reading list. And working on means physical work. I went to the library. I have gone and looked at my books on my bookshelves in my book collection, stuff like that. And I'm thinking I might announce tomorrow. So we'll see. I'm going to call it part 2, but not like part 2 of 2, because I don't know if I finish all the books. There might be a part 3. We'll see. There are 2 months left of summer. And I'm doing this because I already finished the first 3 books, which were almost 1,200 pages. So yeah. Up next, voting. So voting can be stressful. So I classified mental health. I turned in my ballot last week. It was counted Tuesday, 18 July. I tracked the status of my ballot online. So I checked in the morning and they had received the ballot, and it had not been counted yet. And then I checked later in the day and it was counted. So I know it was actually counted Tuesday, 18 July. Physical. Okay, so that's mental health. Physical, so that's diet / food and exercise. I made all my workouts Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday through Sunday. And then optical, so I called the Walmart location, well, I called both locations and found they do not accept Washington State Apple Health, which is Washington State Medicaid, my health insurance. They didn't accept it, period. Costco didn't accept it, period. And Target didn't accept my plan of Medicaid. But it's very location specific. So like with Target, there were some locations that didn't accept Apple Health altogether, and then some didn't, only accepted one plan. So I'm guessing my health insurance means, like if they say Fred Meyer, Walmart, and Target take it, I'm guessing I just have to find, that one Walmart in Washington State that takes it. That kind of thing. So this is like one of the when I hear about the horrors of Medicaid and people had to call like 17 places just to find one that took their insurance after their health insurance said Target accepts it. It's just that I have to find the one that accepts it. And I can go physically to Fred Meyer. I'm thinking about that because I couldn't find any information online. So yeah, in conclusion, it was a good week. It was social, a lot of writing. But not anything interesting in sporting because I wasn't there. It was about me filling in my past. Am I being harsh? I don't know. Do people ever want to see me compete? If they do, then it's not harsh. Happy, healthy week. I hope for you, me, everybody. Week of filming this or week of viewing